Hey, you guys. Hey, you guys. Here we are back again with, he gets the most reviews, kind of. Well, now we got another one that gets more views, but Sherlock gets like the most views here. So, or previously did. Sorry, that's Scott. Um, so we are here. We're doing Sherlock as always. Well, first of all, I'm slipping on a pimping here. Somebody's slipping on her pimping. I'm supposed to have the sign that I have Jimmy rigged to my fridge, which is crazy. But okay, boom, there we go. Okay, so we are here. We're gonna do some Sherlock. Hopefully that don't drift down. If it do, just act like it's not. Ooh, I got a backwards. We are here. We are with the Scooby-Doo Detective Agency. And we're back for more, detective work and stuff. So today's title is Sherlock sitting here with the Pikachu face. Scott, do you know what that means? And this should be familiar to you.
What, the Pikachu face?
Yes. Where is that coming from?
I don't know.
Scott, you got to do better. You got to do better. Okay, so I got that Pikachu face thing from a content creator on YouTube called Deb Cooper. Love her. Okay. She always says, like, first of all, if y'all need relationship advice, like real honest, very honest, like auntie honest relationship advice, please go over there. Or if you want to just listen to other people get kind of cursed out while getting relationship advice, go over there. Let me tell you who her biggest fan is, Scott. Anytime we go on a long drive going out of town, Scott's like, turn on Deb. So again, if you want to, cloud watch and get relationship advice that probably pertains to you, but you scared to get cursed out by Deb, go on over there. Deb, go on over there. But she always says, like, when people get surprised, they making a Pikachu face. Sherlock got surprised, so today he gonna be making a Pikachu face. Also, I want to tell y'all, this is why it took me so long to do this. This is the last story in this series. We finished a whole volume, but never fear, honey. Never fear. Okay, this Daydreamer is here, baby. We got volume 2 already locked and loaded. We ready. So, Scott, does this make you tearful?
Yeah, the end of an era.
We're here, guys. Also, Scott was so nice. Look, Scott brought me some bookmarks instead of those little flags like this that I usually have in there. So we got us some new bookmarks. I'll show them off for y'all. Scott's so generous. That's you. Okay, so here we go. We got to start, guys, because I got a meatloaf in the oven. He making me pay for these bookmarks. I got a meatloaf in the oven and some potatoes because I got to make some mashed potatoes with that meatloaf. So we got to get it going because Mama's got to cook. Of course, this is going to be a part 2. Oh, by the way, our next story will be for real a part 2. So anyway, let's get this party started. Let me get my notes because y'all know I'm horrible at this. The memory is basura, baby. Okay, so we start off with Sherlock and Watson. They chilling. Sherlock is tired. He's tired. He's like, somebody, anybody, help me. I'm tired. So what does Sherlock do? He goes off into the wilderness, the woods. He goes out of, goes to the countryside, and he's a beekeeper. He's a beekeeper now. And so he's hiding away. He doesn't want no business. He's exhausted. He just needs a break. He don't want to do no white powder. He don't want to do no chemistry. He just wants to keep bees for now. That's what he's doing. And so Watson's talking about how, like, this was a high-end case and he can't name no names because this is a high profile, like, these are high profile people, yada, yada, yada. So, all of a sudden, they're doing beekeeping and Sherlock's in the house, and all of a sudden up walks 2 of the government secretaries. One is the European Affairs Secretary and the other one is the former one. So we got Lord Bellinger and Lord Hope. They walk up and they like, and so we're all rolling our eyes because we just put on our beekeeper suit. Now we got to take it off because here these people come bothering us, getting on our nerves. So anyway, so, here they come up and they're like, hey, we need some help, of course. And so we're like, okay, yeah. What's going on? So Sherlock's like, don't you want to go down to Scotland Yard and go get them people to help you? And they're like, no, because once we like have them help us, then what we got going on is going to be put out there in the news. And so Sherlock is like, go ahead, come on, tell me what you got. Tell me what you got. Since y'all, since y'all diplomats or whatever, y'all high up there, tell me what you got. And so they're like, the person in question, we can't, they ain't naming no names because these are high profile people. The person in question, he, well, we got a letter and it was super important. I'm getting ahead of myself. We had a letter. It was super important. And, Lord Hope decided it was just so super important that he kept it in his super secret safe box at home, which every time somebody in this book does it, or this book even does it, it usually ends well, or it ends bad. I'm sorry. It ends really bad. Kind of like in those baking competitions when they're like, oh man, I'm running out of time. Let me just turn the heat up. It's always, it's never good when you just take it to your home box in these books. And maybe in real life, I don't know. I wasn't there. So he's like, it was so super secret. I just went on and put it in my safe at the house. And now it's missing. Okay. I don't know where the hell it is. I ain't seen nobody take it out. You probably want to go get them because it's about to rain. Sorry, our cats are outside. And Scott's supposed to be babysitting, but he's enthralled with this case we got. So anyway, sorry, y'all. So he's like, I took it to my safe and now it's gone. So here Sherlock, being the reasonable guy that he is, he's like, well, who knew that it was there? And, Lord Hope was like, nobody, just me and like, Lord Bellinger and like a couple of other key high profile people. They knew, but nobody else. And so Sherlock is like, your wife didn't know? And Lord Hope's like, I don't tell her nothing. She don't know none of my damn business. She don't need to know my damn business. He didn't say that, but he should have. And so Sherlock is like, okay, well, that's cute. And so then Sherlock goes to say, why don't y'all go ahead and tell me who would have, like, what's in this letter? What's in this letter and who would have a vested interest? Because I need to know that so I can figure out why somebody would steal this since you coming to me. And so let's just go ahead and get to the first to do with Sherlock. I'm going to be reading a lot. I love this story. This is like a great story. Oh, and here's my first little bookmark. Look at how cute. It came in like this cute little packaging. It's called a charm bookmark. It's so cute. It's from Barnes and Nobles. Make sure y'all support Barnes and Nobles, please. Okay, so let's get to our first thing I'm about to read. So Holmes is like, oh man, like this is crazy. Like, but what we got going on? So here we go. Holmes considered for some little time. Now, sir, I must ask you more particularly what this document is and why its disappearance should have such momentous consequences. The two statesmen exchanged a quick glance, and the Premier's shaggy eyebrows gathered in a frown. Mr. Holmes, the envelope is a long, thin one of pale blue color. There is a seal of red wax stamped with a crouching lion. It is addressed in large, bold handwriting too. And Sherlock just like, just stop. Just nobody got time for this, sir. I fear, sir, said Sherlock, that interesting and indeed essential as the details are, my inquiry must go more to the root of things. What was the letter? Okay. This is a state secret of the utmost importance, and I fear that I cannot tell you, nor do I see that it is necessary. If by the aid of powers which you are said to possess, you can find such an envelope as I describe with this enclosure, you will have deserved well of your country and earn any reward which lies in our power to bestow. Sir, look, I hate when people do that. Don't patronize me, sir. So he over there talking about you gonna be in service to the state. Do you think Sherlock give a damn about being in service to the state? Scott, do you think he cares?
No.
He don't.
Not even a little.
Honey, he cares about service to the state as much as Minecraft cares about talking in the Diogenes Club. He don't care, honey. We don't care, honey. We don't want the reward. We want the money and the answers. Sherlock Holmes rose with a smile. You are two of the most busy men in the country, said he. And in my own small way, I have also a good many calls upon me. He's just going to go outside and go catch some bees, make some honey. I regret exceedingly that I cannot help you in this manner. And any continuation of this interview would be a waste of time. Let me tell you what he just did. Sherlock said, I can't help you without saying I can't help you. And said, oh, no, your time is more valuable than mine. Just get on, get out of here. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn what you care, what you think. Just get the hell out of here. Because I ain't helping you. I can't help you. Because you ain't helping me. Help you, help us. Period. The premier sprang to his feet with a quick, fierce gleam of his deep-set eyes, before which a cabinet has cowered. I am not accustomed, sir, he began, but mastered his anger. Yeah, he got it together, honey, and resumed his seat. For a minute or more, we all sat in silence. Then the older statesman shrugged his shoulders. Okay, let me tell you what. Well, let me keep going. We must accept your terms, Mr. Holmes. No doubt you are right. And it is unreasonable for us to expect you to act unless we give you our entire confidence. Look, there was a song by this group in the 90s called SWV. And I used to be a big fan of her. Theirs, I should say. Scott, are you familiar with this group?
Nope.
Okay, he gonna learn today. Y'all gonna learn today if y'all don't know already. They had this song called I Get So Weak in the Knees. I can hardly speak. I lose all control. And then something takes over me is part of the lyrics, the chorus. And I felt like this man got weak in the knees. He could hardly speak. And he tried to lose control of his anger. And then something came over him called, you better tell the damn truth, sir, or else ain't nobody going to be helping you. And then you just ain't going to get that letter. He got weak in the knees. We going to have more people getting weak all up in the knees in this story. Okay, hey, shout out to SWV. Y'all song is the theme of the night. I agree with you, said the younger statesman. Then I will tell you, relying entirely upon your honor and that of your colleague, Dr. Watson. I may appeal to your patriotism also. Here you go with that state patriotism, sir. Ain't nobody asked you for that. For I could not imagine a greater misfortune for the country than that this affair should come out. You may safely trust us. All of us, we in it too. All of us can be trusted. Scott, can you be trusted? Can y'all be trusted? We can be trusted. I can be trusted. I think I still got my military security clearance.
Right.
The letter then is from a certain foreign candidate who has been ruffled by some recent colonial developments of this country. It has been written hurriedly and upon his own responsibility entirely. Inquiries have shown that his ministers knew nothing of the matter. At the same time, it is couched in so unfortunate a manner, and certain phrases in it are so provocative a character that its publication would undoubtedly lead to a most dangerous state of feeling in this country. There would be a fermented, sir, that I do not hesitate to say that within a week of the publication of that letter, this country would be involved in a great war. So basically, what this man sat there and did was he saw something he didn't like. He got upset. He got pissed off. And he went on and wrote a letter. But you know how they say, don't do things in anger, just like write the message, but don't send, or send the dude, put the text, but don't send it, and just wait for 24 hours. He hit send. He hit send. And now he regretting what he said. He probably was popping off. He probably was like, F your mama, F your this, F your kids, F your that, F your couch. He probably was talking mad crazy. Now you regretting it. Now you over here regretting it. Let's talk about a lesson learned right now, because I'm going to forget it. Lesson learned number 1. Don't you be doing stuff in anger. I got to tell myself that lesson, because I be doing stuff in anger, child. Holmes wrote a name upon a slip of paper and handed it to the premier. Exactly. It was he. And it is this letter, which may mean the expenditure of thousands of millions of lives of hundreds of thousands of men, which has become lost in this unaccountable fashion. Okay? So we got somebody popping off, sending crazy letters about to start a war, and they need Sherlock, and the letter got lost because old boy took it to his home safe, which is ill-advised. It's never a good thing, and put it in there, and now it's gone. Now we ain't got no letter. Now we might be having to go to war, and all these people gotta, what Marvin Gaye say, send those boys off to unalive. Oh, make me want to holler, Okay. Now we got to be up in here singing, mercy, mercy me. And what's going on? Because this fool popping off in letters. So, Sherlock is like, okay, let's think about it. He's like, how long ago did this happen? And old boy, like it happened last night. And Sherlock's like, ooh, so you don't know nobody who did it, is stolen out of your thing. What do they have to gain? And old boy was like, they could gain some money, or they could just send it to our enemies and get some power through war. And so he was like, So, Lord Hope was like, so what you think, Sherlock? What you think? And Sherlock was like, you probably want to start preparing for war, because it sounds like they just got this letter. It is what it is. But then he sat back for a minute and thought about it. He was like, okay, cool. Hold up. He was like, they probably want money. Most people do. So he was like, give me some time. Let me do some tracking, because I know a couple of dudes that do this, and I'm going to hit you up when I get something. And so, both the lords leave. Okay. So Sherlock's sitting there thinking. And he's like, I know 3 dudes that be doing the most, meaning, remember we did that story? I don't know if y'all remember, like if y'all were here for it. I'm trying to find the name of it, because it was a dude's name. We did the story of Charles Augustus Milverton, CAM. Remember, he was the dude that chick ended up pow and out, because he was stealing people's like love letters and stuff.
Yeah, kind of remember.
Like a blackmailer. So he was like, I know 3 dudes around here that be doing blackmail. And he named the other 2, old boy 1, old boy 2. I don't remember their name, because they only said it one time. It don't matter. But old boy 3 is Eduardo Lucas. Okay. So, while Holmes is sitting here thinking about Eduardo and the other 2 old boys, Watson is sitting around reading his paper. So he over there, he's like, well, while you sitting there thinking, I'm gonna be doing something. So let me look through the paper. He looking through the morning paper, and he sees this crazy case that is going on. And so Sherlock is like, yeah, we got to check out Eduardo. We'll call him Big E. We got to check out Big E. And so Watson is like, nah, I don't think you're going to be checking out Big E right now. And so Sherlock is like, why? Why we ain't going to check out Big E? Get ready. Brace yourself. Scott, are you braced? Are y'all braced? Let me just read the part. Oh, let me show y'all this second bookmark that Scott got me. That's just super cute. Wait. Oh, okay. Look at the second one. It's a Sherlock Holmes bookmark.
Yeah.
Isn't
Very
that
thoughtful.
cute? Isn't that cute? Scott's so thoughtful. It matches my little book. How cute is that? Okay, sorry. Let me stop gawking because I got a meatloaf in the oven. Okay, so let me read you the part. I glanced at my morning paper. Is that Big E Lucas of a street that can't nobody pronounce? Yes. You will not see him. Why not? He was unalived in his house last night. Now here we go with Sherlock with this Pikachu face. My friend has so often astonished me in the course of our adventures that it was with a sense of exclamation that I realized how completely I had astonished him. He stared in amazement and then snatched the paper from my hand. He's like, give me that. Oh, I dropped my bookmark. Oh my. That's a lot of snatching. There was a paragraph which I had been engaged in reading when he rose from his chair. So Sherlock usually be surprising us. Like, he be dropping bombs over Baghdad. Like they about to be dropping if he can't find his letter. He be startling people with little things that he observed. Well, this time he wasn't up on it. He was so busy thinking he ain't read the newspaper, and he didn't know that the man you looking for, sir, he gone. He ain't got that letter, honey. He can't take it to heaven with him, baby, because he gone. He out of here, baby. He out of here. So he's sitting there with, like Deb Cooper say, when he gets surprised, the Pikachu face, he like, Pikachu, baby. Okay. He done got stunned and shocked. He's clutching his pearls, honey. He is shooketh. Okay, well, this is what was in the paper. A crime of mysterious character was committed last night at 16. Can't nobody pronounce this one street. One of the old-fashioned and secluded rows of the 18th century homes, which lie between the river and the abbey. Almost in the shadows of the great tower. Y'all got a lot of descriptions about where this house is. Y'all clearly ain't worried about nobody getting doxxed. This small but select mansion had been inhabited for some years by Mr. Big E Lucas, well known in society circles, both on his account of charming personality and because he was a well-deserved reputation for being one of the best amateur tenors in the country. Girl, he a whole singer. He probably singing the panties off them women's. Mr. Lucas is an unmarried man, 34 years of age, and his establishment consists of, okay, you got a housekeeper, blah, blah, blah. We're going to skim through this. Because it's a long one and they real descriptive. Okay, the valet was out for the evening visiting his friend. From 10 o'clock onward, Mr. Lucas had the house to himself. What occurred during that time has not yet transpired, but at 11:45, Police Constable Barrett passed along this street I can't name, honey, I don't know how to say that, observed that the door of number 16 was ajar. He knocked, but received no answer. Perceiving a light in the front room, he advanced into the passage and again knocked, but without reply. He then pushed open the, okay, girl, this is a lot of details. Okay, let's get to the nitty-gritty. Besides this chair, the room was in a state of wild disorder. The furniture being all swept to one side and one chair lying on his back in the center. Besides the chair, and still grasping one of his legs, lay the unfortunate tenant of the house. That's Big E over there. He had been poked with a knife several times to the heart and must have unalived instantly. The knife with which the crime had been committed was a curved Native American dagger plucked down from a trophy of the Oriental arms which adored one of the walls. Robbery does not appear to have been the motive of the crime, for there was no attempt to remove the valuable contents of the room. So, They basically put the story out there. And so Watson's like, ooh, what you think about that? And Watson's like, I don't even know. So, Sherlock gets back to sitting there thinking about what the hell is going on. And all of a sudden, here we go. A knock on the door. So in walks the most beautiful woman. Every woman that comes see them is the most beautiful woman, by the way. I don't know if anybody's ever read the Sherlock Tales, but every woman that comes in is the most beautiful woman, according to them. Because remember Irene Adler, every woman is beautiful. There ain't no ugly women in London in 1800s, period. Right. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Who know? Who did the research? So anyway, one of the most beautiful women on the planet walks in there and she's like, look, Mr. Holmes, I'm Lord Hope's wife. Don't tell him I came here. Don't tell him nothing. But I need to get some information from you. And Sherlock like, girl, they my clients. I'm not just gonna be telling you stuff. If he didn't tell you nothing, then it ain't nothing for you to know. And she's like, Mr. Holmes, please. He does not trust me. He ain't never trust. He trusts me with everything else, but he just don't trust me with this. And I need you to tell me why he came to you. And Sherlock is like, girl, And so she's like, well, could you at least tell me if he might get fired from his job if this letter don't pop up? And Sherlock was like, yeah, he might get it. It is what it is. He lost the letter. He shouldn't have took it home. It ain't my problem. And so she's like, well, can you tell me like what it's about? And Sherlock's like, girl, didn't I tell you I can't tell you? How about you beat it, ma'am? Good luck. Go ask your husband. Okay, why you over here bothering me? I'm not your husband. Your husband came to me because he don't know nothing. Go ask him. Okay? All right. So he sends her out the way. Before she goes, she's like, please don't say nothing. I love him. And I just want to share up in his fate with him because I'm like that. He my world. So, she leaves. So Sherlock tells all of us, because we're in this thing together. He tells us, he about to be dipping in and out because he got to go ask some people. He got to go see what's going on with this man with, Big E. Big E done passed away. He got to go figure out a whole bunch of stuff. And so, Sherlock leaves and he's in and out. He ain't really saying nothing. And so finally he comes back and he tells us like, well, he don't tell us nothing. He just be in and out. So finally in the paper, we find out that, the homie, Big E, he living a double life. Okay. My man got a few things going on. My man, he got, he a lover man. He a lover boy. He likes the ladies. So the homie he live in Paris, got a whole wife over there. But he be flying over to London because he likes to dibble and dabble in a bunch of different chicks. So he probably like, oh, girl, I got to go out here and go sing and make this money. No, he not, girl. He going and spending money on some of them Jezebel hussies like my great grandma used to say, okay? He likes the hussies. He likes to show them women what they say on Office Space, that old face. You know what he's talking about. Oh, he out there showing the girls. Okay? So he living a double life. He married to a woman. She jealous as hell. And, everybody that's around there said that, on the night that he was unalive, they saw some woman, because the homie got a lot of them. They don't know who's who. It just be a bunch of women. She over there looking like some woman over there ducking behind the bushes on the night he passed away, looking around like, where he at? Where he, she was like, where he at? Who he cheating with? Where he at? They saw some woman. They don't know who the hell she was. They don't know what she did. And so Sherlock was telling Watson, like, Detective Lestrade didn't put me in on the business like he typically do because he don't know what the hell he doing. And so I'm getting both ends of the story. I know the stories from the diplomats and I know the story from Lestrade, but they don't even know that each other is doing anything. I know everything. And so he was like, I'm in with Lestrade. Lestrade got this case. We trying to figure out what the hell was going on. And he was like, I still think this man was in on it, So one day after Holmes tells us that, Lestrade sends a letter saying that he wants us to come over there to the crime scene, to Big E's house. So we go over to Big E's house. Scott, do you have your hair ready for, because I have my traveling hair. Do you have your traveling hair on?
Sure.
Do you guys have y'all's? So they go over there and Lestrade is like, okay, we figured out who did it. It's old boy, it's Big E's wife. Okay, she was hiding up in them bushes. Oh wait, it's a lot of changes here. She was hiding up in them bushes, and she pounced on them, and she grabbed one of them knives, and she got to poking them, honey. She got to poking them. She got to, like Psycho. Remember in the shower, like Psycho. She was doing all that. Okay, she got to making him into a human pincushion. So they know who did it. So Sherlock is like, well, if you know who did it, then why the hell am I here? And Lestrade was like, well, we got this weird thing that happened that I just can't explain. And I figured you would know because you know everything. So he was saying that basically he came this morning and there's a rug. And the rug has a stain on it and the floor has a stain on it. And at one time, like before they left, it was lined up, but the next day it didn't. So Sherlock is like, really? So Sherlock is like, why don't you go? He was like, let me tell you what it is. He was like, that dude at the door, that the officer, because Lestrade was like, there's an officer guarding it 24 hours a day. So I don't know why, who touched our stuff. This is a crime scene. You can't be touching no crime scene stuff. And so, he was like, well, go to that. Sherlock was like, go to that guard at the door and don't ask him if he did anything. Go ahead and tell him that that he went on and let somebody up in here and grill him until he tells you what the hell happened. Okay, interrogate him. Interrogate that ass. And so Lestrade go out there and interrogate. As soon as Lestrade leaves, Sherlock dives on that floor. He starts pulling up different things. He like, oh my God. He pulling up floor tiles and eventually one of them opens up. He digs his hand in there real quick. Nothing's in there. He's like, oh, damn. And he closes up. He's like, come on, Watson, move this damn rug back to where it was before, not before the day, like when it lined up, just where it was before. He hurries up. He leans down. He hurries up, get back in position. He gets back there. He's sitting there looking bored as hell. And Lestrade come in with the detective that he interrogated. And he was like, yeah, I knew he did it. Everybody be taking credit for Sherlock stuff. He was like, yeah, and you can't get nothing around me. Do you know who I am? I'm Detective Lestrade. I knew you brought somebody up in here. I didn't have to get Sherlock to tell me that. I knew. I just needed moral support. And so, he brings him up there for Sherlock to grill him a little bit. And so, the dude is like, look, this really pretty, she was fine as hell. She came over, she was looking for a typewriting job. She came over, realized she was at the wrong house, but she figured out, oh, this is the crime scene that was in the paper. So she asked me, could she see it? And so he was like, girl, you fine as hell. Hell yeah, I want to spend more time with you. I'm gonna do anything I can to spend more time with you. So come on in here, girl. She saw the blood stain and passed out. She said, ooh. And so, he brought her some water, but he couldn't bring her back. So he had to run around the corner to the pub and go get some brandy, because brandy always brings people back at this time and point, or maybe this time frame too, it do. I don't know. I don't drink brandy like that. But he said by the time he got back, she had awakened and she was so embarrassed, she just left. And Sherlock's like, okay, cool. Well, hey, it is what it is. At least you repented. That's cool. That's cute. That's great. Why don't you walk us to the door? So as he's walking him to the door, Sherlock pulls out a picture and he's like, boom. And the detective was like, oh my God, how did you know that? And, you know, Sherlock just giggles and walks away, right? He's like, it's because I'm Sherlock. So, you know, we move along. So, you know, Sherlock is like, okay, enough of the games, enough of the BS, enough of it. We done. So he's like, we got to go back to Lady Hope's house. We gonna head on over there. So we go on over there, and Sherlock's like, hey girl, we just gonna read the part. Okay, let me show y'all my third one. Okay, I don't know how old anybody is. I don't know how frequently anybody did this, but the third bookmark that Scott brought me, look at it. Remember you had to sign it out? This is the bookmark thing. Or not bookmark, it's the like borrow book thing from the library. Isn't that cute? It's so cute. It's a library card bookmark. It's so cute. So anyway, let's read what my girl got to say here, because she was up to no good, baby. Mr. Holmes, said the lady, and her face was pink with indignation. There is surely most unfair and ungenerous upon you. I desire, as I have explained, to keep my visit to you a secret, lest my husband should think that I was intruding into his affairs. And yet you compromised me by coming here and so showing that there was business relations between us. Girl, how he know unless you say something? Why you over there sounding like that couple that was at that Coldplay concert? That like he won't know nothing if you don't be acting all like weird and different. Like stop. He don't know if you part of the investigation. He don't know. Unfortunately, ma'am, I had no possible alternatives. I have been commissioned to recover this immensely important paper. I must therefore ask you, madam, to be kind enough to place it in my hands. Period. He like, girl, it's you. Give me that damn letter. The lady sprang to her feet with the color all dashed in an instant from her beautiful face. Her eyes glazed. She tottered. I thought she would faint. Then, with a great effort, she rallied from the shock, and a supreme astonishment and indignation chased every other expression from her face. You insult me, Mr. Holmes. Come, madam. It is useless. Give up the letter. She darted to the bell, you know, because back then they had to ring the bell for the servant. The butler shall show you out. Do not ring, Lady Hilda. That's her first name. If you do, then all my earnest efforts to avoid the scandal will be frustrated. Give up the letter, and all will be set right. If you will work with me, I will arrange everything. If you work against me, I must expose you. She stood grandly defiant, a queenly figure. Her eyes fixed upon his as if she would read his very soul. She probably was pissed. She probably wanted to grab a knife too. Her hand was on the bell, but she had forborne to ring it. You are trying to frighten me. It is not a very manly thing, Mr. Holmes, to come here and browbeat a woman. You say that you know something. What is it that you know? Pray sit down, madam. You will hurt yourself there if you fall. Sherlock said, girl, what I'm about to say gonna make your ass faint, so you best sit down. Girl, I ain't trying to hear you hit the floor. I ain't trying to see the bodies hit the floor, baby. So go on, sit down, girl. Go on, sit it down, sis. I will not speak until you sit down. Thank you. I will give you 5 minutes, Mr. Holmes. 1 is enough, Miss Hilda. Period. He like, girl, I don't need 5 minutes. What I'm about to say is gonna rock your ass. We will rock you. I know of your visit to Big E's house, of your giving him this document, of your ingenious return to the room last night, and of the manner in which you took the letter from the hiding place under the carpet. She stared at him with an ashen face and gulped twice before she could speak. You are mad, Mr. Holmes. You are mad, she cried at last. He drew a small piece of cardboard from his pocket. It was the face of a woman cut out of a portrait. I have carried this because I thought it might be useful, he said. The policeman has recognized it. Remember that man was like, oh, what the hell you know? That picture. She gasped and her head dropped back in the chair. Yeah, she passed out. Boom. I get so weak in the knees, I can hardly speak. I lose all control and pass out. And something comes over me. It's called fainting. Sherlock then made a husband and wife weak in the knees, like in a week. Period. That's power. Power. Come, Lady Hilda, you have the letter. The matter may still be adjusted. I have no desire to bring trouble to you. My duty ends when I return the lost letter to your husband. Take my advice and be frank with me. This is your only chance. Her courage was admirable. Even now, she would not own defeat. I will tell you again, Mr. Holmes, that you are under some absurd illusion. Holmes rose from his chair. I am sorry for you, Lady Hilda. I have done my best for you. I can see that it is all in vain. He rang the bell. The butler entered. Is Mr. Hope here, or is Mr. Hope home? He will be home, sir, at a quarter to 1. Holmes glanced at his watch. Still a quarter of an hour. That's 15 minutes. He said, very good. I shall wait. The butler had hardly closed the door behind him when Lady Hope was down on her knees, because she's so damn weak in them, okay, at Holmes' feet, her hands outstretched, her beautiful face upturned and wet with her tears. Girl, you better save them damn tears, because it's just going to dehydrate you, ma'am. You better cough up that letter. You better flood that room and find that letter with your tears. Oh, spare me, Mr. Holmes, spare me, she pled in a frenzy of supplication. For heaven's sake, don't tell him. I love him. I would not bring one shadow on his life. And this I know would break his noble heart. Then, girl, you shouldn't have gave up that damn letter. Okay, anyway, I'm a good actress. So Sherlock is like, okay, girl, you done playing? And she was like, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Like, wait, let me get this right. Let me get it right. I'm so sorry. Scott, do I look like I'm crying? I'm so sorry. And so Sherlock is like, girl, where the hell is that letter? So she gets the letter. She's like, here, take it. Take this super cute bookmark that's pretending to be the letter. So she gives him the letter and he's like, okay, what we gonna do is this. Go get that lockbox. We're going to throw this thing in there and we're going to tell him that he ain't see it. And she was like, okay. So she goes and gets it. So, they had 15 minutes. So he was like, okay, we still got 10 minutes. Tell me what the hell happened. Why did you steal your husband's very important letter that could have got him fired? And so basically she says this. When I was younger, I was a very freaky girl. The kind you don't take home to mama. Here comes Scott. Scott loves Rick James. So, shout out to Rick James, honey. Shout out to Super Freak, baby. So anyway, so she was a nasty, nasty, naughty little thing when she was young. And so she would write little nasty letters to men's. And so remember I told you, Big E was a blackmailer. So Big E got some of them letters and he was like, oh, is this the wife? Oh, cool. Bet. Let me go and get some of them letters, them state letters that ain't supposed to be gone. I guess maybe he had heard about that letter that old boy popped off on. So he told old girl, like, look, I got your letter that nasty, naughty girl, nasty, dirty, Jezebel, hussy letter you had. And I'm gonna let your husband see it if you don't go and get that other letter that's in that lockbox. And so she's like, wait, what? I can't even get back to it so I could sound like her, child. Oh, I know that would break his noble heart. So she went on, she made a copy of she made a mold of the key to his lockbox. Old boy, Big E, made a fake key. She got in there, stole the letter, but then found out, oh snap, this is a letter that might fire my husband, then I'm gonna be poor as hell. Okay. We gonna be poor because he ain't gonna have no job, and they ain't had no unemployment line in the 1800s or unemployment checks. And so she was like, oh snap. So she went to Holmes to see what the hell was going on with the letter. Holmes ain't give her nothing. So then she saw, oh, well, I'm sorry. She gave the dude the letter. She saw what happened that night. I got ahead of myself. She saw what happened that night. She said she went to go give him the letter. She was in there. She gave him the letter. She saw some lady hiding in the bushes. Here go that wife. Some lady over there like, the lady watching her walk in the thing, thinking that that's who her husband cheating with, not knowing that, girl, that's who your husband blackmailing. So she's thinking that this the other chick, the wife is, that she's hiding in them bushes. She's thinking that's the other woman. So she watched the lady go in. She watched old girl, like Lady Hope, go in. Lady Hope gives him the letter. He gives her letter back. He hurries up and puts it in that little cubby hole thing, the hiding thing under the rug. And all of a sudden, here come that damn wife. Well, I knew you was with some chick. Yo, you ain't shit. Blah, blah, blah. Just going in, acting a fool. She said the last thing she saw from, the homie, Big E. Am I even saying? Yeah, Big E. Is he picked up a chair like a lion tamer, like, yeah, to keep her up off of him. And she saw a glint of a knife, and she said she hurried up and got on out of there. That would be me, honey. I saw something like that go down, and So, she said, she saw that happen. She said then the next day she read in the paper that old girl had took him up off the planet. Okay. So she said she had to figure out how to get that damn letter back. So what she did, she used her pretty face. She went over there and started flirting with that police officer. And she went on and passed out and pretended like she passed out. And she said she went right to that cubby hole and grabbed that letter, and she still had it because she was trying to protect her husband, who she loved. So Sherlock is like, okay, girl, sit down. So the husband comes home. And the butler tells him that Sherlock's looking for him. So the husband's like, girl, get on out of here. So she leaves. And so he's like, where is the letter, Sherlock? And so, Sherlock is like, it's in your lockbox. And old boy's like, nah, you playing with me. This is serious. This is a matter of national security. Blah, blah, blah. I ain't got time for this, Sherlock. Do better. And so Sherlock's like, well, just humor me and go look in the damn box. So old boy looks in the box, he digging, he like, is this letter and this thing here and this. Then he like, it's my letter. And so, he's yelling and screaming. The wife is happy. And, Sherlock looks around and old boy was like, it wasn't in the lockbox, was it? And Sherlock was like, look, dude, you got your secrets. I got mine. I got to go. Okay, where my money? Run me my money and I got to go. And that concludes not just the story, but this collection. Oh, my God. We did a whole 1,000. I think this book has like thousands of pages. Like, we did a whole, okay, see? And my meatloaf's done, y'all. But I also got to get our Scooby snacks. Our Scooby snack is not just snacks, y'all. Sorry, I gotta get this meatloaf out. Our Scooby snack is a drink today, y'all. It's a drink. We've been drinking.
That's interesting.
What? That is a drink?
Yeah. You haven't done a drink in a while.
Well, Scott, remember I brought the drink a while ago. Remember? Sorry, I gotta drain these potatoes too, y'all.
You had the drink where?
A while ago. Remember? The drinks I brought a while ago. So anyway, let me get this drink. You want a peach or a banana cream? We're going to do banana cream. Okay, so we
Oh,
got
yeah.
these weird like banana cream drinks. So it's not a Scooby snack per se. It's a banana cream drink. We gotta try it by Split. It is a place in, I want to say Georgia. Yeah, it's a place in Georgia that sells artisan sodas. So we're gonna give it a try. I'll tell you what we think, and if you want to be of interest, you can buy it. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's really good. Oh, I like that. Okay, so it's a go for me. Let's say you, Scott.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. Okay, y'all better go bananas and go get some of this banana. Go bananas and get this.
Savannah, is that Savannah bananas drink?
What is Savannah bananas? Oh yeah, that's what it says. It says Savannah bananas. So go check it out. It's good. It tastes like bananas, like banana Foster or something. It's really good. Okay, sorry about that. We forgot lessons learned. Scott, did you have any lessons learned?
No. No lessons learned.
Oh, I didn't get my glasses on. Okay, I have a lesson learned. Don't be doing stuff that you later regret. Okay, if you gonna be freaky, just own your freakiness. Understand that can't nobody tell your story better than you. So if you gonna do stuff, just own it. Just own the narrative or act like it never happened. Because old girl, okay, again, like that married couple like Coldplay. Either own it and act like this is what I'm supposed to be doing, or just act like it never happened. Like one of the two or both. Like do something else. Because old girl could have avoided this. I'll be like, I don't know what letter you talking about. I never wrote nothing like that. I'm a lady. What would you have said, Scott, if somebody came blackmailing you? What would y'all say if somebody came blackmailing y'all? Let's practice.
Practice.
Yeah. So say I'm like, oh, I got this letter. Either you give me this or I'm putting this letter out here. You got options. Own it or act like it never happened.
I guess the best way is to own it.
Okay, how would you own it?
I don't know.
Let me give you an example.
Just beat up the blackmailer.
Okay, no soft power for Scott. Scott's hard power. I would be like, well, honey, that's how I made him. Go ahead and put that letter out there and advertise. If he leave me, I'll just get another husband because somebody gonna want it. Go ahead, put it out there. You're putting it out there because you want it. You just advertising what I do. Okay?
There you go.
Men love hood rats. Men love Jezebel hussies. See, that's how you do it. Y'all put in there how y'all would, what would y'all do? Either own it or act like it never happened. And how would you do it? Period. Scott, did you come up with one yet?
No.
We'll let him be. We got some Sunday Fun Day school to help him get his thoughts organized. Okay, well, with that, we are done. Go definitely get this Split banana cream soda. It's really, really good for a banana soda. I think this is the website. We support local businesses.
I think that's for the Savannah bananas.
Oh. Well, just look at the damn. Just go on Split. Just look this up. Google will take you everywhere. And support local businesses, especially good artisan sodas. That's really good if you want something very novel and nuanced. That's a great soda. And with that, we're going to conclude this video because it's long as hell and I got to finish dinner. So we will see you guys later. Thanks for coming by and hanging with us. Sorry, that's Scott's dog. I hope you guys enjoy. So from wherever we are to wherever you are, peace, love, and